Hello, this will be a presentation on human resources in the workplace and the forecast for the future of human resources. Sadly, I won't go into too much detail about what the job is, but here are the key points of it. They are there to keep records of employment, digitally or physically, for time off or leaves of absence. HR is responsible for interpreting and explaining the company, industry, and government's rules and policies and laws and ensuring the organization is functioning legally and efficiently. HR is also responsible for the process of hiring and, unfortunately, firing employees. And they also get to inform new recruits and potential recruits about the culture, expectations, and goals of the company. They are also responsible for handling the employee relations issues that come up. This could be harassment, complaints, or concerns or allegations. After a brief job description, we are going to move on to the qualities, skills, and competencies that you would need to work in HR. Now, I don't have the time to go into detail about all of these, but a lot of it is about clear communication skills, as well as critical thinking. There's not always a step-by-step process that they get to go through in times of crisis, or if a new problem arises, an HR representative would have to think on the fly and make decisions not based off past experience and have real critical thinking skills. I had the absolute pleasure of talking to two HR managers of different companies, and they both, in their own words, talked about this idea of embracing ambiguity. A lot of their job is dealing with rules that are black and white, but they both spoke about having to be comfortable when people come into the situation that nothing is really black and white. So you have to be comfortable with solutions not always being completely clear or problems not always being fully solved. Now, we've spoken a lot in class about technology used in the hiring process, like artificial intelligence, and so I sadly won't go into too much detail about that. However, after speaking with the two HR managers, I've come up with 3 other ways that technology helps or affects the HR department. The more tech savvy the workforce becomes, the more regulations and policies must be in place. And these regulations and policies must be managed by the HR department. HR must decide how to manage tech use without extreme filtering and must balance how to allow the compensation for those who choose to use their technology for their job outside of their assigned hours. Technology has also allowed HR employees to directly track an employee's progress and give immediate feedback. One HR representative I spoke to also considers technology pretty much her personal assistant around the office. She can maintain her calendar and employee schedules and complaints all online or on software without having to clutter her brain, and she gets to be more efficient. HR is quite the growing industry, and this is because companies have seen the incredible benefits that HR can provide. By ensuring fair compensation, HR can save a company money. It can also save a company money by handling lawsuits and helping a company learn from their mistakes. By keeping an eye on the employee relations and staying ahead of the game, HR provides the company a protective cushion to fall against in case of a crisis. However, it is known that during a crisis, leaders in the HR department may have greater job security than their teams because the HR department may seem like an extra cost that the company just can't handle. The Me Too movement has added confidence to those necessary to speak up against their harassment, as well as triggered HR to take complaints more seriously and more thoroughly. For more information, please check out the Society for Human Resource Management.